using, we were going to make use of an expression here. In the as a name, we are going to say it as what regular expression. We will be making use of expression here. What does that expression indicates is the expression which mainly includes the symbols. I'll repeat once again. What this expression will be included? The expression is generally we are going to made up of symbols. Okay, normal symbols we will be having the characters as well as your number combination. For example, you can have 9 a b c d 1 2 3. That means that you can have the combination of both your characters as well as your numericals you can have. But there are other symbols will be there in the next part. We used to concentrate only with respect to other notations, all those things. So we will go through each in depth one by one. So first thing is nothing but, if you see, look here, character. In the character, you are going to get capital A to Z or small a to Z or 0 to 9 you will be getting. That means that we are going to look with respect to the characters, and we are also look in terms of numbers, all those things in that particular form. Characters means what? You can have uppercase letters or you can have lowercase letters. Numericals means what? You can have from 0 to 9. That is what the first thing we will be discussing here. So in this regular expression. So dot. So where we have used this particular dot, if you remember, means in the first lab program we have used dot. In the first lab program, second lab program, we have used the dot here. What does the dot indicates here? Which matches any character. It will matching any character except the next new line. That is nothing but backslash. It will matches any character. Whatever the character is there, it will match. Next is hyphen. Hyphen is nothing but range. So hyphen is nothing but range. From which range? For example, if I'm going to give capital A to Z, means you can take any character. You can take P, you can take Q, or you can take R, whatever the character you may take. That means that for range from 0 to 9, if you're going to take, you can take any number from 0 to 9. That indicates your hyphen. Next is brackets you will be using. So in this particular case, if you see this particular example here, we will be using which matches the characters in the bracket. That means that whatever the characters you are going to write inside the bracket, I'll repeat once again. If you see this particular bracket, whatever the character you are going to write inside the bracket, we are going to match that particular character. For example, if you see in this particular case, small a is there, small b is there, c is there, capital C. If you see this particular example, they have taken it as what? Small a, small b and capital C, which matches what? Either it can matches a, or it can matches b, or it can matches capital C. So it will be matching in this particular case. Next is star. Star is nothing but which matches 0 or more occurrence. So this all those things you have studied in your ATC, that is your automated theory and computability, that which matches 0 or more occurrence. For example, let us consider, I'll repeat once again, a to the power n b, which is a grammar have taken, a to the power n b have taken. So in this particular case, I can take n value from 0. So n value from 0. That means that we are going to match 0 or more occurrence of the regular pattern. See, these are all theory part only. They will be asking in your examination. No problematics, nothing you are going to get. These are the theory only they will be asking. That means that you will be using the symbol, or you may use the characters, whatever it may be. So you should know with respect to your, for which symbol, what the explanation you need to be right. Plus is nothing but which matches one or more occurrence. For example, in your ATC subject, you came across one particular grammar called a to the power plus b. I'll repeat once again, a to the power plus to in b. That means that it will match. That means that only one a should there. It should not start with a 0. That means that whatever the basic string you are going to take, you need to have at least one string you need to have. So you should not have any epsilon. Epsilon indicates that empty string. That epsilon string, where it will come only in terms of star. That is nothing but 0 or more occurrence whenever you're going to use, we will be getting. Plus means at least one character you need to have. At least one particular character you need to have. One particular character you need to have in this particular case. So dollar. Next question mark indicates that we will be using optional leading minus dollar symbol. In the program also, in the first and follow, we have used dollar symbol, and in the programs also we have used dollar symbol. So for what purpose we will be making use of dollar symbol means which matches the end of the line as the last character of the pattern. For example, my name is Lochan. So first it will matches the character L. Next it will matches the character O. Next it will matches C. Next it will matches H. Next it will matches A. Next it will matches N. Finally all the characters has been encountered. Finally I'm going to arise the dollar symbol. That means that it has matched all the characters and we have ended up. So the next part is nothing but your brackets, flower brackets. Next character is nothing but your flower bracket. So in this particular case, if you look in this particular example, you will be getting 1 comma 3 A, some identifier 1 comma 3, which implies that 1 to 3 occurrence of A may be presented. For example, A single A. So that means that the range, whatever the range you are going to get, the A will be presented. Next, if you see backslash, as usual, you know, in many cases we have used this particular character, which is mainly used to escape the meta character, which is also used to remove the special meaning of the character which is defined in the table. Next is negation symbol. Next we will be using OR. OR is nothing but which matches either the preceding regular expressions. For example, you are going to get cow, sheep, pig. So which matches any one of the three words. If you are going to give cow, it will match. Either if you are going to give sheep, it will match. Either if you are going to give pig, it will match. That means that any one particular word, it will match based upon whatever the combination they may take. So double quotes. So literally meaning of a character, we will be representing the meta characters to be hold. These are the various symbols we will be using. Next, they have taken in examples. So the first regular expression, what we will be taking example as joke RS. If you see, we have used brackets. So what is this bracket indicates? If you see at the top, we have used the brackets here. What does that bracket indicates here? A bracket is nothing but a character class. That means that we will be matching any characters in the bracket. Whatever the characters you are going to write inside the brackets, it will matches. Okay. So if you look in this particular example here, what they have taken joke RS. That means that which matches either jokes. For first, it will take all the character joke. Along with that, it can matches yes or it can matches R. That is what it will be doing. Next is A, flower bracket they have used 1 comma 2 6. That means that which matches 2 times A it can match, or it can match one particular A it can match. Most of the cases we are going to make use of 0-9 only. Examples, wherever the lab program, if you are going to see whatever the question they may ask, probably we will be using with respect to 0-9. That means that range 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 up to 9 you will be getting. 0 to 9 plus is there. Plus means that at least one you need to have. Star, empty string you need to have. These are the few examples we will be taking with respect to regular expression. So generally we will be taking the token declarations also. So that means that you can have numericals or you can have characters. This is very important. You can have either numbers. You can have, if you have numbers means you can get the range from 0 to 9. If you are going to make use of characters means you can make use of uppercase letters or lowercase letter. That is nothing but A to Z, small a to Z or capital A to Z. Any characters you can take. Blank space, you can make use of your blank space also. Word, that is nothing but it will take one particular sequence, or you may take variables along with the operators. You can take that particular session. So the next important thing we will be discussing the yak. So as usual, we have discussed what do you mean by lex. So in the yesterday's class I told you that what purpose of lex we are going to make use here. Lex is nothing but we will be making one particular tool, that's all. So if anybody asks what do you mean by lex, if anybody asks what do you mean by yak, you can tell them it is just a tool. Okay, basically what this tool will do, the input will be taken in this particular tool and we will be generating the C code for your lexical analyzer. This is with respect to your lex operation. When we will be performing with respect to the yak means whatever the lex operation input it has taken, we will be taking that particular input and we are going to process it and we are going to get the output. So whatever the output you are going to get, we are going to get in terms of your syntax analyzer. What is the syntax analyzer means? We will be making use of your parse tree concept. Parse tree means we are whatever the output you are going to get, we are going to represent in terms of tree-like structure. Generally, you may be knowing that if it is a tree means you will be having the root node, you will be having the left node, right, that is nothing but root node, leaves, all those things we will be dividing. In this particular case, what we will be discussing in this particular Yak means it is a tool which is mainly imposing the structures on the input a compute program. That is nothing but whatever the grammars you are going to take, the collections of the grammar we will be taking in your Yak functions, and we are going to perform the operation. So generally, many times we used to tell yak, yak, yak. What is the full form of yak? Yak means yet another compiler, compiler. That is what the full form of your yak. Whatever the yak till now, in the many cases we have discussed with the lab program yak also and everywhere. So in your examination, the question they may give like this: explain with a neat diagram yak structure, or they may ask explain with the neat diagram structure of your yak along with an example. They may ask whatever the example you may write the lab program only. Better if you write lab program, it will be easy. Why? Because it is easy to remember. Also you have studied for your, you will be studying for your examination also. Better whatever the example they may ask in your examination, better you prefer the lab exam as the base part. So in this particular case, what we will be discussing, what is the full form of your yak? Yet another compiler, compiler. Okay, this is what the full form of your yak. So yak generates the code for the parser in the C programming language, so which is mainly developed by the Unix operating system, which also be rewritten to the other programming language, like various programming languages you can take. Either you can take Java or you can take ADA, whatever it may be. So the function parser calls the lexical analyzer to pick up the token from the input stream. So in this particular case, what we are going to do, the token what we are going to consider, so we will be taking an input, whatever the input structures we are going to take, we are going to take in terms of grammars only. So for example, many grammars you have come across, we have solved first and follow. If you see in that particular first and follow, what is the grammar we have taken? E implies E or E plus T, like that. Whatever the grammar you may take, generally we will be looking in terms of a syntax representation. This is what the structure they have taken, get.y. That is nothing but we will be writing the program in terms of yak. So we will be making use of y.tab.c. So that is nothing but which mainly includes your lex programming part. Whatever the lex programming part you are going to include it, we are going to compile that one and we will be getting your output. So what we will be getting now, I told you that in your lab programs also they have asked you can write either in your C programming or you can write it in your yak programming, whatever the programming. Finally, whatever the program you may write, finally whatever the output you are going to get, you have to check. For example, if you return the program in your C only, you need to get the output in terms of C only. So if you are going to write in terms of yak, you need to get same thing. So what I want to say is, for example, DBMS. In your fifth semester, you have studied your DBMS subject, that is database management system. In the database management system, you will be writing a queries. You are going to write the queries. That is nothing but you will not write your C programming or Python concept. You will not use. That means that, for example, what is the format you are going to take? Create table, table name. After that, attributes, tuple, like that. You will be following some protocols will be there. You will be using that particular cases, like that. Whatever the programming you are going to consider, whenever you are going to compile, finally what programming language you have taken, that compiler will support along with your library files, all those things, and finally you will be getting your output. So this is with respect to your structures. Next is steps. So as usual, so if you want to write the program in your yak programming, so generally as usual, file name .y. If you want to write the programming in terms of lex programming, means you need to write file name along with .l. L indicates your extension. L is nothing but your lexical part. Y is nothing but your yak part. Okay. So next is yak minus d. So it will process along with the yak compilers. Previously, if in the lab program, second lab program, if you see the second lab program, I will show you. In that particular case, yak tool to recognize, I'll show you here only. Once again, I'll show you. We have discussed all those things. So this is what the second lab program we have discussed, we have completed. Design, develop and execute a program using a yak tool. See, whenever directly if they are going to ask yak tool, means the basic procedure what we need to do, first you need to concentrate on your lex part. So first you need to write the pseudocode for your lex part. After that you need to write the pseudocode for your yak part. Directly you can't execute your yak part. Why? Because many times I told you that Yak, what the main function of your Yak will do means whatever the input is there in your Lex, it will take that particular input as your base in your Yak and it will process and you are going to perform the operation. That means that we want Lex part also. To execute your Yak part, we want your Lex part also. Okay. So this is what the steps. This is what the steps we will be using. So Yak minus d, that is what if you are going to make use of the Yak program we will be using. Before executing your Yak program, we have to write the small pseudocode with respect to your Lex part, so that we will be making use of your Lex part also to compile that one. Lex file name dot l. Next is linking both your Lex and Yak file. We are going to step 4 is nothing but we are going to link both Lex and Yak file. So that we will be using the command called ccy dot tab dot c. So I told you that why we will be using y dot tab dot c, all those things. For what purpose we are going to make use of y dot tab dot c means, which is mainly used for the communication between your Lex and Yak. I'll repeat once again. For what purpose I am going to make use of y dot tab dot c means, basically we are going to make a communication between your Lex program and your Yak program. Hyphen LL indicates your link library files, which will link your library files. The last step, as usual, to execute the program, we are going to make use of dot a slash dot out. Okay. Once again, same story, structure of your Yak program, same thing you are going to get. Once again, the complete structure we will be dividing into 3 sections. The first section is your definition section, second is your rule section, third is nothing but your main section. So many times I told you that how you are going to make differentiation with these 3 particular case means, definition section we are going to represent how we will be representing percentage symbol, flower bracket. For closing, we will be using percentage symbol, flower bracket. So what inside the definition section you are going to write is, we will be included preprocessor, we are going to include the declaration part, all those things. That means that header files, all those things we will be included. Next is nothing but your rule section. So in the rule section, basically we will be discussing with respect to delimiters, or we may include operators, which operations to be performed, all those things we will be discussing in this the rule section. So how you will be representing in the rule section, that is 2 percentage symbol we will be representing with respect to starting of your rule section, and ending of your rule section also we will be including 2 percentage symbol. Inside your rule section, what are the things you can discuss? You can write it as delimiters, you can write the operators, which operations to be performed. Either it can be your conditions. I think in the simple word, if I want to say means condition, whatever the conditions is there in your programming, that particular conditions I will be writing inside your rule section. Code section is nothing but a main section. So generally we will be executing the program. So whatever the how many pseudocode if you going to write means, it will be executing in your main program only. So the execution will start in your main. For that one we will going to make use of code section. These are the definition sections we will be using in your Yak. So for you, one or the two comments we will be using, because these are all the extension. Because if they go for the higher studies, all those things, no, those who want to do MTech or those who want to do MS, all those things, in that particular case you will be having SS and CD one software. So in that particular case you are going to study in depth with respect to these particular notations, all those things. For your UG level, that is for your undergraduate level, we are going to make use of basic comments, all those things. We will not discuss with respect to the higher extensions, all those things. So but to solve the programming, all those things we want, these are the definition sections we will be using in your Yak. So we will discuss. First is percentage union. Percentage union means basically we will be using for the stack type of your parser. So I told you that whatever the expressions you may write, so you will be having a stack operation. So in that stack operation, that is leave for last in first out, what we are going to do it in your stack operation means, we are going to load all your input values. So this is as usual, stack what it will do, all those things. Same logic we will be applying, what we will be using in your data structures, or what we will be using in your ADA concept, all those things. Token. token is nothing but what we will be doing in this particular case. We will be checking the type checking and the syntax directed translation. So we are going to check a condition, so whether it is matching or not. For example, if I'm going to take the characters A, B, C, we will be checking whether the characters has been matched A, B, C or not. That means that you can't take numerically instead of characters. That means that we are going to check a conditions. In that particular case, we will be looking with respect to the what functions you have used in this particular case, and we are going to perform the operation. Percentage type, as usual, we will be using stack member. These are all the extension things we will be using. And remaining things, same thing as usual. What the rule section we will be doing inside the body, what we will be representing, yes told. So these are the introduction to the Unix. Introduction to the Unix, I'll do it in the next class. Okay. So one thing I want to tell you that for your IA for the fourth module, I'll send you the notes today. Whatever the fourth module we are discussing now, I'll send you the notes today. Immediately after the class, I'm going to send you the notes so you can study. So one more thing I want to tell you that especially this particular subject, if you refer the previous year's question paper, all those things, they have not given any module 4 questions. I'll repeat once again, just everyone listen here. That means that whatever the previous year's question paper you are going to study, whatever the seniors they have written and what you are going to study is completely syllabus is changed. The syllabus means this whatever one extra fitting they have made it. This whatever the fourth module you are going to study now, one extra fitting they have made. So previously what your seniors they have done now, whatever the 4 module is there, 1, 2, 3, 5, that whatever the 4 module you are going to get, that they have split it into 5 modules for your seniors. For you, what they have done, whatever the 5 modules they have studied, they have made it into 4 modules, and one more extra module they have added with respect to lab programming, all those things. Better, what I want to say, whenever you're going to study for your examination, all those things, if you refer the previous year's question paper, all those things, it's fine. So whatever the questions you are going to find, it will be getting only with respect to the 4 modules question only. That is first module, second module, third module, and fifth module questions you will be getting. But what about fourth module? Fourth module is new to you. That means that you need to know the standard questions. Standard questions means I told you that what are the possible questions they may ask in your examination. So they may ask explain the structure of your Lex program, or they may ask explain the structure of your YAC program. They may ask, or they will be asking explain the regular expression with an example. Like that, these are few standard questions is there. They are going to give the standard questions. Apart from that one, I'll repeat once again. Apart from that one, they may give your lab programs. They may ask the lab program. The question like this, lab program you will be studying, that is SS. For example, they will be asking write a Lex program to recognize a valid arithmetic expression. They may ask the question. Or they may ask write a YAC program to evaluate an arithmetic expression involving the operator plus, minus, star and division, like that. That means that these are the lab programs what we have discussed. The lab program you can expect in your fourth module. What I'm saying, you got it. I think you have understood. So whatever the previous year's question paper you are going to refer, you are going to get the questions only for the 4 modules. So one more module is there, that is with respect to your fourth module, that is you are going to study with respect to lab concept. So whatever the thing we are going to study in the lab, they may ask in your theory. So most of the cases, what they are going to ask, they may ask only the lab program, that's all. Because anyhow, you studied in your lab program now, same concept we are applying now, so that you can expect that particular questions in your examination. Okay. So this is what is there. So remaining part I'm going to do after your IA. So today I'm going to send one more assignment and one more quiz I'm going to send. So if any student, if you got any doubts, you can ask me. Anything you want to ask, if you got any doubts, you can ask me. Rohan is there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any doubts, Rohan, you got? Anything you want to ask or any doubts you got?
No doubt, sir.
What about Sai Pratima? Sai Pratima is there? Okay, what about other students? Priyanka, Priya DC, Vismita. Any student, if you got any doubts, you can ask me. Rajita.
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಯಾವತ್ತಮ್ಮ ಯಾವತ್ತು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಏನಾದ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರ ಐಎ ಬಗ್ಗೆ?
ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ